Dyslexia is a disease that affects around 10% of the world's population. It is found in all different ethnic groups and affects both men and women equally. Dyslexia is mostly a genetic trait, but that is not always the case. There is no known cure for it, but there are programs to help manage it. The first ever person diagnosed with dyslexia was Percy F. in 1896 by Dr. W. Pringle Morgans. People normally find out they're dyslexic when they start school. Teachers are normally the first to figure out a child is dyslexic, but that is not always the case. That was not the case for me. The person who figured out I was dyslexic was an optometrist. He told my parents that I had perfect vision, but I couldn't read the books that he put in front of me. He told them that I was most likely dyslexic and they should get me tested. It came back that I was in fact dyslexic. So halfway through my 4th grade year, I started the dyslexia program. Dyslexia is a learning disorder that affects a person's ability to read and write. The most common symptoms are late talking, learning to read new words slowly, and a delayed start in learning to read. People who have dyslexia use the right side of their brain more than their left side. The average person uses the left side of their brain more than they do the right side. The right part of your brain is more visual and detailed in images more than in words. People who use the right side of their brain tend to do better in art, music, and math, while the left side is the logical side of the brain. People who use the left side of the brain tend to do better at reading, writing, and calculations. When I got diagnosed with dyslexia, the teacher who tested me told me that kids with dyslexia use the right side of their brain, unlike most kids who use the left side. She told me that it takes me longer to process information on paper than it does for others, but that has nothing to do with my intelligence level. Most people who get diagnosed with dyslexia are put in the dyslexia program. Some of the most common programs a person who will be put in is Barnum Wilson Logic of English, Reading Horizons, and All Above Reading. Programs a child is put into a class normally teaches them tips on how to read and spell easier. They also have people who read and help them with their papers. When I was put in the program, I got someone to read to me during a test, get extra help on work, and an extra class where the teacher helps me learn how to write and read easier. One of those ways was the teacher had me read a paper in good time. After that, I had to listen to the paper 3 times, then read it on my own. After that, I had to answer questions about the paper, and then finally I had to read the paper back to her again and get timed again. If I did better 3 more times, I got to move up in the level. For others in the dyslexia program, they could be doing letter art, story writing, building words, phonetic awareness naming games, online reading activities, audiobooks, voice recordings, scribe or speech software, spelling checks, quiet time, using letter/sound flashcards, getting simplified written instructions, and giving a child extra time on assignment. Everyone that has dyslexia has a different plan that works best for them, and their plan can change as they get better at handling. Also, they can get taken out of having to go to class whenever they seem like they do not need any more help learning tips. For example, I got out of the class halfway through my 6th grade year because it was making high B's and A's. Also, I was doing so well in that class that I was helping other students grasp what the teacher was teaching. Explain to your child what dyslexia is. Tell them that you're going to have them tested for it and why you think they have it. If they do have dyslexia, tell them what will be happening to them at school, all the benefits they are going to have being put in the dyslexia program. I did not realize all the benefits of the dyslexia program when I was first diagnosed. At first, I thought the school wanted to sing me out from the rest of my classmates. Later, I realized how the program brought my grades up from C's to A's and B's, and how I enjoyed reading a lot more. It is also important to learn what dyslexia is, so if your child has any questions, you can answer them. Also, ask the school what dyslexia program they use and what will your child be doing in that program. Also, a way to help your kid at home is by reading with them. It also helps if you read them their homework or a book they were assigned so they can better understand it. Also, it's helpful for your child if you have a set time for them to work on reading and writing. But really, the most important thing you can do for your child is to be patient with them and to encourage them.